All right, we're gonna keep this thing pushing, man. There's another clip that came out recently. Mowry and Corey Hardrick.
Oh shit!
Had a divorce after a lengthy marriage. I think it was around 15 years, approximately. Don't quote me. But it recently came to an end, and Tia, was speaking about, how the marriage is a curriculum. I'm gonna play this clip as she breaks down why it's that way, and I want to get y'all take on it.
One of my friends, she sent this beautiful letter to me from a woman who got a divorce. And it's all about, this perspective, in my opinion, and just changing the narrative. My marriage was a success.
Yeah.
I look at it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Corey some beautiful, amazing children. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And at the end of that curriculum, and at the end, there's a graduation, there's a celebration. Mm-hmm. So that's basically, how I'm looking at it now. And I feel like people when they look at marriage, that success equals longevity. But no, at the end of the day, it's, are they happy? Are they thriving? Are they growing? And I feel like that is what is most important. It's not about staying in something because however long you are in that situation, that equals success. It's about really, again, are you happy? Because life is really short.
Marriage is a curriculum which you go through to learn yourself, and you come out on the other side. Just because it didn't reach 30, 40 years of marriage does not mean that it was a failure. It was a learning experience, curriculum. What's your thoughts on that, man?
You failed. You might have learned, but you still failed.
With no damn graduation.
There wasn't no graduation. There ain't no graduation at the marriage. That is the graduation. That is the ceremony. That is the career field.
So she said she's trying to change the narrative.
And don't change no narrative. No, because then everybody's just gonna be getting divorced just because.
That's because she just don't want to look bad. That's what it is.
She don't want to feel like it was a failure. Just because you failed marriage don't mean it was the end all be all. It just didn't work out. You failed. You failed at that marriage. That's okay. You learned something coming out of it. Why a curriculum that you graduate at? You can cheat through curriculums. Obviously.
Come on. Nigga crazy as hell.
I mean, I think it's just foul that she said that and they agreed with her, because I know if a man would have said that shit,
what?
They would have
roasted fucking left. Imagine me coming out saying, felt like it was a curriculum.
Appreciate it.
And I learned a lot. Mm-hmm. I feel like I graduated this part of the semester.
We
trying to move on, going to the University of Oxford.
We made some beautiful babies. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
that's all I was here for.
I took my test and I passed.
She was a stepping stool. My wife was a stepping stool.
I was happy for a while, but this course is not the course I want no more. So
I decided to change my
major.
And go into another career field. Single.
After 14 years.
And then find somebody else to graduate off of.
Because at the end of the day, like, it's not, you don't really own people, right? You only have your turn with them, right? So I think this is a situation, curriculum, our time was spent. We created kids, sure. And they will be taken care of. But for me and my personal growth, I feel like this was a stepping stool and I need to move on to something better. Now, that's not saying that, I wish her any bad. We both learned. We both, I wish them the best, wish her the best. But I just need to be, I need to progress my learning curve in terms of graduating from this university.
So allegedly, I heard, I don't know how true this is, 'cause I didn't watch the whole thing. But, just from getting my synopsis from Twitter, they said that basically she felt that she evolved, like outgrew him in a sense. Like she was kind of elevating and he was kind of staying where he was at.
You mean in terms of career or just period?
I think period. Just relationship growth.
Yeah,
and I also think she was making more than him too.
Well, that'd have been the case since they met.
But that could be, yeah. So I saw that somewhere in there too.
That's a wild statement to make.
Hey,
and like I said, could you imagine if a man said those words?
We get killed for that, bro. and she was so praised.
No.
Cheered on.
Stop right there. I want you to go into detail about we get killed for feeling like we reach a new level in life and our woman needs to upgrade. I want you to go into detail about.
That's you. That's your lane.
You know what I mean? Because it's just.
He said that's your play.
I mean, it's cool. I touch on it because women kill men for that all the time, right? When he elevate, when he get the money, when he reach a certain status, he don't reward the woman who was down with him. He replace her for somebody that, one of these chicks that's in the industry or whatever the case may be, lead a woman that was riding with him when he was nobody in the dirt.
She held you down.
But as a man, he come out and say, well, look, man, we just grew apart. If he come out and say what she said or what they saying, she said, hey, man, I just elevated, baby. I'm making more money. My career better now. I got more opportunities. I had to leave her where she was at. She was just curriculum. She was just learning a learning curve to get me to where I needed to go, baby.
She
but
was
I'm
still
here
in
now.
algebra and I was in calculus 3.
Simple and plain, man.
What you said, Kenny?
She was still in algebra. And
She was only there for the season.
it could have been. That's just sad.
He would get
That's honestly,
crucified
that's
for
a
that,
sad
man.
statement to make, and for them to crown her on that part.
Okay.
Man.
It's a PR thing. PR move for sure.
It's genius. Mm-hmm. It's genius because neither one of them, it's no foul play involved. We just mutually. It ain't shit. Let me explain something. It ain't shit mutual about a divorce. Let's call that what it is. I'm tired of hearing that because rarely ever. Maybe lottery odds. Is there a case to where we both wake up and say, you know what? It would best suit both of us if we just go our separate ways. It don't work like that. It's one person wants to leave, the other person has to acquiesce. After trying to fight for it. Hey, let's go to therapy. Hey, can we do this? Hey, can we do that? Hey, can we do this? And that person says, you know what? I don't feel like any of that is going to get us where we need to be. I'm firm in my stance. I want to leave this situation. Other person has to acquiesce. That's how it goes 90% of the time. People need to stop with this. We came to a mutual. No, you wanted to leave. Let's call it what it is. You felt like you elevated. You felt like, hey, he's not, career-wise, maybe he's not as hungry as I want him to be. Mm-hmm. He's not chasing it like I need him to be or whatever. He's good where he's at. And I want a man who's more ambitious. So I want a man who's more whatever. Say that. But if she says that, she's scared she's going to look bad for saying that. Mm-hmm. But that's the truth. When you come out here and just play in my face with PR words and phrases, it's like, come on, bro.
I think that's why people use the phrase mutually. That way no side seems who wanted to leave. But saying that you just grew out, now you just made it seem bad that you just grew apart from, you graduated from something and he wasn't there. That I feel like that's worse than mutual. You don't know what foul play came on between the two. It was just mutual. Hey, we just went separate ways. Mm-hmm. We just grew apart. But when you say it was just a curriculum and I graduated, the fuck?
You know she
so
wanted
what
to
the
leave.
fuck did I do? I wasn't in class with you. I didn't wake up every day to go to school with you, read these books and do this. I was just.
You wasn't putting in the work like she was.
Now that's
context. She's put out about 3 statements on this situation.
He ain't
put out a fucking word. Mm-hmm. So how mutual does that sound to y'all?
Yeah,
I'm telling you, she just wanted to control the narrative.
But see, that's okay.
She the one that filed too.
Of course.
So I'm cool with the mutual statement, but after this statement right here, I think that's just foul. That's left. She shouldn't even be talking about the situation no more. You had a divorce. It is what it is. Move on.
I just wish that the energy was the same.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying. Because again, if you put a man in the same spot, and he says, Jesse Williams. Perfect example. Why we here? If y'all watch Grey's Anatomy, if y'all watch whatever the case may be, Jesse Williams is the green-eyed, light-skinned guy, speaks about black issues all the time, right? Mm-hmm. He was with a black woman forever.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Left her, and now he's with another actress, right? He filed for divorce. Mm-hmm. They crucified him for doing so. Crucified him. Said, I can't believe, look, he leaving this black woman, this, that, and the third to go deal with such and such and such and such. This woman had been there when he was nobody and da-da-da-da. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Whenever the man wants to leave the marriage based on mutual going our separate ways, or I feel like I need to elevate a bit more, or we outgrew each other, the man gets killed for it. But a woman gets pushed and pursued to go be happy. You know what? He wasn't making it happen. She needs her chance to go be happy.
Yes.
I just wish the energy was the same, bro. That's all.
Women's happiness means more.
Come on, man.
Life ain't fair.
We got to
that's
deal
facts.
with it.
That's facts.
So men,
I wish she would have
file
said,
for divorce.
I wish she would have said that on the platform that had other men that had men on there that could actually sit there and listen to that and be like, what? The hell you mean?
And you know the crowd was
You graduated.
99% women too.
What the hell you mean you graduated? How does that even sound?
Telling you,
Which is a part of the issue. We remember on the last live, he was talking about women holding women accountable, and it was said on the live stream.
How you know?
Hey, women hold women accountable. It's groups of women that hold each other accountable. And they sit there. It was 100 women in that room that sit there and let her say this bullshit and applauded it. Yeah, you know what? You're right. That is. I never thought about it like that.
dead ass.
Motherfucker literally walked away from her marriage. Her man ain't do nothing in terms of foul play. According to your words, we got to go by your words.
Oh, she said that ain't nothing about.
She said we
hell
made
no.
a mutual decision
Yeah, she
to
said
go
for
our
foul
separate
play.
ways, even though I initiated. But we made a mutual decision. So going by your words, that means no cheating, no foul play, no nothing. So you just decided that you elevated above this man and you walked. Mm-hmm. Put a man in that exact same situation.
He better say it was a mutual agreement, or they just went separate ways. You don't talk about your past relationship. You let that motherfucker go. I'm not sitting there saying I graduated. What you mean you graduated? What she went? Oh shit!
I felt like I was putting in more work than she was.
Could you imagine? Could you imagine if he went on like, and not only on the show, if he went on like a big ass news show and said that like
I
that?
just felt like I look better than her. I cook better than her. Make more money than her. Get the cribs ready back faster than her. I clean the cars.
I'm smarter than her. I
smarter
get the
than
kids
her.
with the homework better than her.
Damn.
The teachers love me better than her. I'm the captain of the PTA team.
I graduated. I finished this curriculum.
Hey,
That's all I'm saying, man. Just keep that same energy when men walk away and elevate to better things.
When men start initiating divorce first, you change a few laws first before you do that.
Man, it's a lot of laws.